Okay, I'm taking the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade in black brown, I think the shade was. It's the darkest shade. On a little itty bitty eyebrow brush. And drawing out the bottom line first. And I have the like tail end of my eyebrows shaved off so I can do the shapes that I like. Because my natural eyebrows have no arch whatsoever. Then once I get the bottom line down, I do the top one. And just kind of adjust it as I feel like it. I'm going to take a brush with nothing on it and wipe away product that, like, I don't want there, so I kind of curve them out a bit right here. And my face is usually so oily, I can just wipe it off, like so. And this brush has no product on it whatsoever. Then I'm going back in with the pomade and just making a few more adjustments, usually to my arch, because I can never get it right the first time. Or bringing my tail out more because I wipe off too much. Make sure the shape looks okay, and then I fill in the inside with the pomade. And as you can see, I like really arched brows. So, and then I'm taking a black brow powder and filling it in on the pomade part. I didn't bring it in all the way, and I did the other brow off camera. And once I have my base down and all that, I'm gonna go ahead and blend the inner part and do that. That way I don't ruin it with my foundation and concealer and all that. Then I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape and carving out my brows with the little itty bitty concealer brush from e.l.f. And I just kind of dot it on the bottom and top of my brows and outline it the best I can without ruining it. There's sometimes where I just jerk and like go in my brow and then get frustrated because then I have to fix it. And brows are already stressful enough because I hate them. And so right here, doing the top. And watching the stuff and not paying attention, because I always watch something while I'm doing my face so that, like, I don't know. I get bored if I don't, I guess. Or I can't focus as well if I don't have like a show playing. And then just kind of carving out the top of my brow. And then I'm taking the ABH Eyeshadow Primer, putting that on both my eyelids. And I always put too much on right now because I forget how, like, opaque it is and how much a little goes a long way. So, but it really does block out your eyelids, and I don't even set it when I do my eyeshadow, and it doesn't crease on me like even concealer would. And this eyeshadow primer was just a game changer for me. And then I'm blending it out with a flat synthetic brush from BH Cosmetics. And I kind of blend it up with the concealer so it doesn't have like a line there, because that's weird. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I'm taking the ABH Alyssa Edwards, and I forgot to do a little insert of it. But I'm taking the pink shade first, the like hot pink shade, on a flatter, fluffy brush. And kind of blending it in my crease and then bringing it out a little bit. So I'm going to do a cut crease type look. And then once I like don't have as much product on my brush, I kind of blend it upwards to make it not so harsh, even though I'm going to add another color right there. But you know, might as well make it not as hard for me. And then next, I'm taking the yellow shade and on a fluffier small brush, kind of blending out the um, top of the pink with the yellow to make it kind of like the yellow goat blending in with the pink around there. And I just keep adding it and blending it out until it feels good. Or it looks good, I should say, not feels good. And then once that's where I want it, I take more of the ABH eye primer and carve out my crease, like I am doing here, with the small e.l.f. concealer brush again. And these brushes, if you have like smaller eyes, or even if you don't, or like you need a smaller brush to carve out things and all that, the e.l.f. concealer brush, like that's its name is concealer brush, is like the best thing I've ever used for this, for like cleaning up any like eyeliner mistakes, carving out my brows, cut creases, just all of it. And then I'm taking the white shade from the palette and setting the primer that I put with the cut crease with that. And if my dermal like looks red around it, it's because it was angry. But it's okay now. Dermals just do that. I don't know why, but they do. And then next, I'm cream contouring my face before I put on my foundation, because I wanted to try this technique to see if it actually changed anything, and in my opinion, or with my experience, it really didn't. Maybe I didn't add the product, I don't know, but it just kind of was a waste of time for me. Then I blended it out with my sponge. Maybe I was supposed to blend it out, I don't know, but it was just like a waste of time and product for me, so I'm just not gonna do it. Because it's like I wear full coverage foundation anyways, so it kind of just covers it, I don't know. And then I'm taking the Revlon Candid foundation and dotting that all over my face, then blending it out with my sponge. Being careful that I don't get it in my brows or eyeshadow that I worked so hard on, so I have to go back in and fix it because that would be hard. And I already primed my face off camera with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Primer, and the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, I think it's called, the one in the little jar that helps smooth out pores and blur your face and just make it all go away. And then I'm cream contouring again, and the palette I used was a City Color palette. I didn't hold it up, I don't know. I don't even know where to get it. I stole it from my aunt. And then I did my cheekbones and forehead and nose for this, and then I blended it out with my sponge. And I used the sides of my sponge to blend out that contour so I don't like make it lighter, I guess, with the foundation that's going to go back on my face. And then I'm taking Shape Tape again and putting it on my chin and under the contour in my little jawline area, and my forehead and nose and under eye. And then blending that out with my sponge. And then when I get to my under eye, I'll blend out one eye at a time, and then set it with powder real quick, and then go to the other eye and blend that one out, and then set it with powder, and then move on to setting the rest of my face. And I used the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the lightest shade. And then I'm just setting my face with my sponge with the same powder. And I'm essentially baking my whole face. This is just the best way I found to keep my makeup like lasting all day, because my face gets really oily, and like no matter what I do it just gets really oily, but I found that using more dewy foundations helps it not. And then I'm taking this Essence contouring palette and I'm taking the contouring shade. And on a e.l.f. contouring brush, it's pretty much just like a flat, like narrow brush. I'm putting that in like under my cheekbones where they go in naturally. And then around my forehead, on my hairline kinda. I don't bring it too far down. And then on my nose and my jawline. And these types of brushes, if you have similar like cheekbones to me, I feel like they do really well, and they don't make it look so like, I don't want to say muddy, but they don't make the product like where you don't want it to go and make you so, I don't know. I just like how these ones do better than like fluffy brushes. But then I blend it out with a fluffy brush, and I usually dip it into the lighter shade in the contouring palette, just to make sure it doesn't get so, sometimes it'll turn orange on me, I don't know why, but it will. Not usually, I think it's because I have different product on there that is orange on me, but I haven't washed the brush since, but it's okay. And this palette's just like a perfect cool tone palette for me, and it's like so cheap that I want all of them that Ulta has. And so I just blended out all my contour with the brush with the lighter face powder on it from the contouring palette. And then I'm taking some loose powder and baking right under my cheek contour and in the middle of my nose to clean it up and give it that harsh edge, because that's the look I go for. And I like the really carved out cheekbone look right now. It just makes me, I don't know, I like it. And then I'm adding some eyeliner to my eyes while my face is baking. And I'm doing a pretty big wing. And I draw the first line out first, and then connect it to my lash line, and then go from the inner corner out and just kind of thicken it as I go to make sure it looks okay. I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and then choking, and then I dusted off the bake, and I'm adding some highlighter, and this is the ABH Resi highlighter. I added it to my inner corner and brow bone too. My camera cut off because it hates me. And my cheeks, and I sprayed my face with setting spray before I added it to my cheeks to kind of give it more oomph. And now I'm adding a Tarte liquid lipstick, the lip paint, and this was just a little sample, and it didn't have the name on it, so I have no idea what the shade is. But I'm sure if you really want it, you would be able to like kind of compare it to shades, because there's pictures of it on of this look on my Instagram right now. So I'm sorry. I looked all over the little bottle and I could not find the shade name anywhere for it. And then after that, I added on some lashes and blended my eyebrows in and just little final touches. And then this is the final look, and thank you for watching, and subscribe and follow on my other social media that's going to be in the description.